Here's our 2012 Malibu Ecotech engine. It's a part. You can see it's a BBT model. I'm going to edit some of these, so this is just the top side here. Here's one of our broken guides. You can see right there, broken pieces out right there. And there's the bottom side of our Ecotech. So we've got our 2-point markings to keep track of our timing, just for reference when we take it apart, even though we're going to put new pieces back on. So we got it all ready to go. We're going to pull off these phasers and get the guides out so we can take a look at what's going on in there. Now we're going to reach down here and take out this guide. Now that we got the phaser off, take a look and see what's left of it. Now we've got our phasers both off. Got our guide out of this side, got our guide out of that side. Now we're going to go underneath and work on the balance shaft section. Here we are in the balance shaft section. I need to take this crank sprocket off. There's multiple sprockets in here. We're going to take that one off. Then we're going to feed the chain back up through, and then I'm going to start taking across the water pump and balance shaft section. I almost forgot to mention that in this section in here, you're going to want to feed the chain over on this side of that molded section, because when you go up top to pull it out, it's not going to want to come out. It's going to get bound on there unless you do that before you go up under here. We're going to take the tensioner off. We're going to pull this guide off and the other guide and get us some access to the pull the chain off and get the water pump changed while we're in here. Get some of these pieces out of the way. Going to take the tensioner off these pieces, this oiler, these tensioners, and all these chains. I'm going to show you the updated gears now. There's the original gear with the ring on the side and a little piece down there to have it ride. And then the Cloy's updated gear does not have any of that biz on there. So that's what the updated gears look like. We're getting ready to start assembling. We'll go up under there and I'll show you what it looks like underneath the car before we get started. Okay, we got our crank gear on, as you can see, and they're labeled, of course, front and whatnot. And then the intake gear, they're labeled for facing out and which one is which. These two are different, so make sure you know that. And I'm going to finish bolting these down, and then we're going to assemble it, torque it, put the guides back in, and then we'll show you what it looks like when we get them all in. Okay, now we have everything installed. If you'll see, the special keyways are marked right here and right here up on top, lined with the arrows, along with the special one down here as well. Now we got everything torqued, and what we don't want to forget is to change this new oil nozzle. It'll come with your kit that sprays better than the original one, allegedly. I'll show you the pieces. We'll go over to the bench here real quick. There's your little thing that enclosed with it. Reminds you to change it and all that. So we're finishing torquing down, and then I'm going to go up and start assembling the timing chain section, and then that's what we'll be back doing in a second. Okay, so after we got our oiler on, we wanted to make sure our tensioner got put on right. Get our tensioner in there, make sure you got your little clip in. Install it with your guide gear down. Make sure all your chains up in here are in between and right on both edges. Once you get both of these set, you want to take this pin out and make sure you've taken out some slack with the auto tensioning. And now we're going to go up top and start fishing some pieces down.